Hey, let's talk about Sunny Voyage from February 24th, 2024, Pro Wrestling Noah, of course, in Yokohama Radiant Hall. The next match we're up to is another match in the Victory Challenge Tag League as Kenoh teamed with OWada to take on Manabu, Soya, and Shuji Kondo. Now, just a moment for those of you who don't know who OWada is. OWada is a very young, green rookie, young lion, although they don't call them that in Noah, if you will, just so you understand the situation here, who Kenoh has agreed to take under his wing. Now, OWada did ask him, help me out, be my tag team partner in this Victory Challenge Tag League, and Kenoh agreed. It's a pretty big deal. Kenoh must see something in this kid. I'll tell you something, this crowd here sure did. They were screaming his name for the whole entire match. They loved this guy. Is he that over? He was here, that's for sure. It wasn't a huge crowd. No, it doesn't draw a huge crowd because it's, more or less pure pro wrestling. It's not your typical everyday stuff. So it's got a niche audience, and I'm a big part of it. And so I'm excited for this OWada kid because if Kenoh is, there's a reason to be. But facing a new and enlightened and whatever you want to call him, Manabu Soya, since leaving Kondo no longer exists and getting rid of the red hair and just being the badass that he's always been, but even more so now that there is no Kongo, teaming with another badass, Shuji Kondo, who is the biggest badass light heavyweight in the world. This guy just kicks ass. So that is a big, meaty, badass team. And for Kenoh and this rookie to have to overcome, that's pretty tough. The beginning of the first few minutes of this match was pretty slow-paced. And that's not a complaint for me. I prefer slow-paced wrestling that makes sense and I can follow and doesn't make me dizzy. Because, I don't have ADHD. I can watch a strategic wrestling match. And the first half of this match was just that. Both these teams feeling each other out. I think Soya and Kondo really didn't know what to expect from this OWada kid. They didn't want to be a big shocking loss. Someone's probably going to suffer a shocking loss to this kid in this tournament. And Soya and Kondo really didn't want it to be them. So they approached him gingerly. They approached him with some caution. And Kenoh, Kenoh's one of the best wrestlers in the world. Definitely one of the best wrestlers in pro wrestling Noah. So he's always dangerous. He comes in there and hits you a certain way, kicks you a certain way, you are going out, you are going down, knockout city, no doubt about it. So they were very, they tried to keep OWada in the ring as long as they could, and I think Kenoh is fine with that because I think Kenoh really wants this kid to learn. He wants him to be in there, taking on the challenges. But Kondo called Kenoh in whenever he tagged in. Soya and OWada started this off, which was very good, but when they tagged out, Kondo wanted Kenoh and he obliged. But it eventually came down to OWada, the youngster, being in there against Soya and Kondo, with Kenoh coming in to help him out, and they did some good double team moves, as did Manabu and Shuji. But ultimately, the kid just couldn't survive a massive double clothesline from Manabu, Soya, and Shuji Kondo hitting him at the exact same time, and he goes down 1, 2, 3 here. Kenoh, shoves him around a little bit afterwards, sort of in a motivating fashion, tells him backstage not to lose heart, not to get down just after this one loss. Very good match. I liked it very, very much, especially the beginning where you could tell it was a feeling out process. It really came across that way. That was the story. That was the psychology of this matchup. How do you approach OWada? And that story was told very well. He turned it up towards the end of the match, really, didn't turn into a high flyer, but really started to go stronger and faster. They did a spot where OWada had to work at getting Soya up in a body slam. I mean, imagine that happening in a lot of wrestling today. I don't see it a whole lot. And it worked well because when he finally did nail a body slam, the crowd really popped for it and liked it. But like I said, it wasn't enough. OWada goes down to the double clothesline. Kenoh and OWada leave with 0 points. Manabu, Soya, and Shuji Kondo walk away with 2.